Hello friends, this is Nikita. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have something new for you and I'm sure you're gonna love it. I have decided to share inspirational readings with you. So besides our regular sessions on different subjects and themes, I'll be including short inspirational reading sessions in which we'll be exploring the readings and whatever it has to teach us and learnings and lessons from it, leaving you with creative homeworks. So let's get started. Hello to myself. Today's session is with saying hello to yourself, relationship with yourself. I give a lot of importance to self, as in the relationship with yourself, not at all in an arrogant and unkind manner, just believing that the relationship, the kind of relationship you have with yourself is what you have with others and what you can give to others. If you are not happy with yourself, then it's very difficult to make someone else happy or to have a genuine real relationship. Another thing is the relationship with the kind of relationship you have with yourself is what you invite into your life. Okay, it's simple as that, and I'm sure you must have heard all of this, but here we are to do the real work. Usually we know things, we know a lot of things, we remember a lot of things, but when it comes to do the work, we often feel helpless as in how to do the work. So here I am to focus on the hows. So relationship with self. Ask yourself, what kind of relationship do I have with myself? Keep asking, give yourself enough time. You will come up with a lot of interesting things which may even surprise you. So what kind of relationship I have with myself? And the good start would be, think about the relationship you have with others. Wherever disturbance factor is there, wherever you are struggling, then something is there for which you have to work within. Leave that other person and the situation aside. If you are struggling with something or any relationship, think on what work you have to do with yourself. Now you may think that it's not your fault that if the other person is so negative or is a big jerk. That could be there. Then again think why you are with such people, or in still you are inviting same situations wherein you know that you will end up feeling sad or unpleasant. So again the work is to do with yourself. The next thing is, think how do you approach to people when they are in trouble. Think of your friends, family, any significant one. If they are struggling with something and they are in a disturbed mindset, then what kind of responses you come up with? What are your actions like? What are your thoughts like? How do you help them? Okay, note down everything and then think, when you made a mistake, okay, at some point in your life, all of us do make a mistake. So think, when you have made a mistake, what kind of thoughts you had about yourself? What was your response to? Were you kind and compassionate with yourself, or you were self-sabotaging yourself? Think about that. We are just so good to others. No, we become therapist of everyone. We think and behave in a saint-like manner when it comes to others, but when it comes to ourselves, I don't know, a lot of us find that punishing self, being rude and unkind with self is the only solution, but that is not the solution at all. So what kind of relationship do I have with myself? These two things will help you to understand and then write it down. The next thing you have to do is take it as a homework. This is your first homework. Take a blank page, draw a line in the center. On your left hand side write, things I love about me. And on your right hand side write, things I want to change about me. Okay, once you are done with your list, give yourself enough time, leave all the judgments, just write down things I love about me and things I want to change about me. Once you are done with the list, ask yourself why. Why do I want to change this thing? Okay, change any habit, any behavior, any thought, whatever it is. Ask yourself, why do I want to change this about me? You will come up with lot of interesting ideas that may even surprise you, and this why will help you to reach the root of the thing. For example, just an example, I want to change my habit of eating junk food. Okay, now when I ask myself why, I will come up with different things. I can say come up with because I have nothing to do, because I just feel like eating, or I'm just so bored in this lockdown and I'm just feeling so trapped and unpleasant and whatever things. Now usually many times we are really not hungry, it's just the mind wants to do something and we get in the trap of its trick and we do all unhealthy stuffs, right? So when you ask this why, you may reach the real root, the trigger, and then that's the right way to change any behavior, thought or anything. So do this thing and you will come to know interesting things about yourself. Human minds, like when it's emotionally upset, see, our minds are designed this way that it wants to avoid pain and enjoy the pleasure. It wants to avoid pain at all cost. Okay, it just want to avoid the pain, so it will do anything and everything to escape the pain and reach the pleasure. So maybe eating the food at that time when you are feeling sad or upset is the pleasure for your mind, but it's not good for your health. So this is a tricky thing which we have to understand. Mind tricks, right? So write down things I love about me, things I want to change about me, and then do the inquiry with whys, and let me know what interesting things you come up with. You can replace your whys with a new thought, a new action. Give yourself enough time and do this work. It will surprise you and it will do you a lot good. Okay, next thing, please sit with the paper and pen, because the reading that I'm going to share, I want you to note it down word by word, as the exercise will be based on that. So today our reading is on relationship with self. It says, listen carefully and write it down. Okay, it says, I have a right to exist. I have a high value of myself. I have a right to honor my needs and wants and treat them as important. I am here on the earth. I'm not here on the earth to live up to someone's expectations. My life belongs to me. I do not regard myself as anyone's property, and I do not regard anyone else as my property. I am lovable. I am admirable. When people treat me dishonorably, it is a reflection of them, not me. I trust my mind. I see what I see. I know what I know, whether or not anyone agrees with me. No group or individual has the power to determine how I will think and feel about myself. I am worthy of happiness. At the most fundamental level, I am for myself. I accept myself. I am responsible for my existence. I am responsible for the achievement of my desires, to the extent that I practice this and they are integrated into my daily life. I support myself. I strengthen myself. Clear? Pause the video, go back and listen to it again and write down word by word. This inspirational reading has a lot to teach us, and it is about the relationship with ourselves. So the first thing is, I have a right to exist. This means that you do feel worthy of your life, worthy of being loved and loved, worthy of all success and happiness, worthy of living this life, and you claim this right because it is natural. Okay? I have a high value of myself. I have a right to honor my needs and wants and treat them as important. Now, when you place yourself first, doesn't mean that you are being unkind and rude to others. And I'm not explaining this thing in terms of arrogance or self-obsession. That is fear. That is insecurity. Here we are talking about healthy relationship with yourself, so that you can have healthy relationship with everyone and anyone. Basically, you have then healthy relationship with life and all forms of life and everything that you want in life. Okay, I do not regard myself as anyone's property, and I do not regard anyone else as my property. So you don't see yourself and others as a possession. You respect people for who they are, and you are not at all selfish in terms of what you want from them. You just are so interested in people, in knowing who they are as a person, and not using them for your own needs and wants. You respect them just as they are. I trust my mind. I see what I see. I know what I know. So you trust your own opinions, your ideas. See, it's really important to take feedback from others. So you do take feedback from others. You will even meet a lot of criticism. But in the end, when you are doing something right in your heart, you know that it is right, and you trust that instinct. Okay? And I am worthy of happiness. Again, claiming your birthright. At the most fundamental level, I am for myself. I accept myself, and it means you accept everything about yourself just as it is. Your weakness, your strengths, your beautiful parts, your ugly parts, you accept them as it is, but always leaving the room for improvement, for your own good. Okay? I'm responsible for the achievement of my desires. Now you are responsible for your own thoughts and actions. You are not responsible for how others are interpreting it. Just be responsible for your own role and see what you have to offer in that situation for yourself and for others. I am supported, and I love my strengths. So focus on your good parts and work on whatever you want to change. The exercise that I share about, that will help you to do. Now the second homework is to repeat this reading every morning. Okay, you can do this as soon as you wake up or after you get fresh, but do this thing in the morning. So stand in front of the mirror and read this reading as it is. Do this for a week and see what interesting things you come up with. Now the incessant chatter in your mind may throw a lot of judgments and critics and negative comments, or may not believe whatever you are reading. Okay, some people may do it easily, and if you find it difficult to do, no worries, just keep doing the work. Read slowly, stand in front of the mirror and repeat this reading. Do it at least for 7 days and see what you come up with. Okay, this will improve your relationship with yourself. And the next big thing is that you are doing this at a conscious level. So you are being present. Now listen, anything that you want to change in your life, it is something that you have to do right in this moment, because I have said this thing so many times. Life is in the now. And by doing this thing, you are actually expanding your consciousness. So when you are feeding this super rich material, and this is all realistic, okay, this is not at all fantasy, this is not at all unconscious thing. So when you feed this healthy stuffs into your mind, into your consciousness, then it drastically improves the things in your life and the relationship with yourself. The mind believes whatever you feed in, and you are giving the real thing, the real food to your mind at all its level, conscious, preconscious and subconscious level. Okay, so do this thing and then write down today I commit to. I'll repeat the homeworks. First thing, write down, ask yourself what kind of relationship I have with myself, If you struggle, then see how do you help other people, and write down things I love about me, things I want to change about me, and why. The whys will help you to reach the source and replace it with positive, with something that you really desire. Okay. The second important homework is for the consecutive 7 days, the reading that I shared, repeat it in front of the mirror for 7 days and see what you come up with. So you do your reading, and once the reading is over, write down, today I commit to, and write down whatever thing is coming in your mind and stay committed to it. This will drastically improve the relationship with yourself, and slowly you will discover what all good it brings to you. Okay, I'll see you soon. Do the work and let me know how it has helped you. Please note down the things. Okay, bye. Thank you.